In relation to planning for 2016, as an organisation we're looking at 4 key principles. So it's quality, access, affordability and sustainability. So that is what's driving our thinking for planning for 2016.
The first thing we started to think about was the logistical type things. So we had issues like the number of lockers that children had in the kinder, chairs, tables, those sorts of things.
And we made sure that the staff team were very early on engaged and around the table with conversations and discussions. It was quite an easy conversation to have with staff and with families. So the conversation with staff was around inclusion and access for children, and they were acutely aware of the importance of children being able to access kindergarten in the year prior to school.
Before you start, you need to have a very, very clear communication strategy. So, at the moment we have one-on-one catch-ups, we have, communication board, a communication folder, a message board, a whole range of different tools, but that needs to be established very, very early on.
We're also really keen to support staff that are Certificate 3 trained to move into and study the diploma as well. So we have professional development around that.
I think anybody looking to step up into the role of a diploma, think about it carefully because it's a really wonderful opportunity. I highly recommend it. I think you grow professionally from the experience and it's a wonderful opportunity to share your knowledge.
So with working as a Cert 3 at the moment, I've got the opportunity to move into a diploma position next year, which will broaden my learning with going into planning and take on more responsibility within the room. Within yourself, your confidence is boosted as you know that you're going into something that's a little bit of a higher level and that you've worked towards, and now achieving it is something that's really important to me.
This position offered them recognition of their qualification and training, and by recognition I mean by way of responsibility and also pay rate, and also a little bit of extra time and hours to work more closely with the teacher. So for us, we see this as a really positive working opportunity for someone who maybe wants to do that little bit more within the education environment, but not necessarily with the full complement of responsibilities that a teacher may have. We also see it as a really positive position for those that are maybe curious about undertaking a teaching degree, who have their diploma, considering a bachelor degree and aren't quite sure yet whether or not that's the path they're going to take.
The drive for us and for the staff was around access and inclusion for children and needing to be able to offer additional places. And the staff understand that, and the staff team were keen to ensure, obviously, that as many children were able to participate in kindergarten.
So being in a growth area, we have needed to increase our sizes to meet the needs of the families and the community in the area. By having the diploma in the room, we also get to work closely with the families.
My advice would be to be as consultative as you can, but be very clear on what your needs are as well as an organisation.
Prepare your families and your educational team early. They'll already be thinking about it, and so it's important that you collaborate with them now. It's really important that your relationship with your local government is strong, and if it's not, then it's really important that you sit around the table and talk to them about things like central enrolment and grouping, and what their thoughts are around their expectations of service delivery.
I think it's just scary to think that you've got change coming and you start overthinking it, but once you embrace it, you can realise, implemented with the 33, the additional staff members there, extra support, relationships that can be built, and it just broadens your perspective.